everybody. It's Natasha
And Bill.
with Nursing Our Travel Bug.
If you can hear us, put some thumbs up in the comments. Make sure we know that we're getting out there.
Yes, we're still trying to perfect bouncing back and forth with StreamYard. Actually, Bill just gave me a tutorial.
She's at the controls.
Yes,
today.
I have the controls. So I'm steering the ship, so to speak. So I just want to make sure we're doing everything okay. Oh, we got some thumbs up. Yay! Diary of a Family. What? It worked. Whoop, whoop. We figured it out. Well, this man figured it out. I'm just here.
Yeah.
He's the tech guy. So let's start by saying hey to everybody. Hello, Weekend RV.
Hello.
Good to see you guys. Miss Millie, I hope you are continuing to recover. And I hope that shoulder pain, that back pain went away for you. Oh, I got to remember to click on the things. Sorry. Weekend RV. There you are. Hello. Let's see who is next. Mr. Jerry Holly. And Diana's back home. That is awesome.
Last we heard.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah. Back home on some antibiotics. And Jerry's back to nursing. So
Well, maybe. I don't know. He was on Daydream About Nice Thing this morning, and he was talking about how she was doing a bunch of tests this morning, and she just needed to be left alone to sleep. So maybe she's not.
Well, in any case, I hope she's doing better.
Yeah.
The Art of RVing. Hey guys, Mark and Carrie.
Hello.
Good to see you. Great live show today. Had their son Parker on and his girlfriend Maddie. So that was kind of fun seeing the offspring of the Art of RVing. By Cats for Cats. My brother-in-law Eric.
Hello.
Hey. Good to see you. Let's see, scrolling through the comments. Oh, Miss Box Bandy, happy Sunday. Good to have you here, dear. And coming, okay. I know there's more people in here. Oh, yes, Mr. Scott Jacobs, in appreciation.
We appreciate you being here.
Absolutely. He's so good, man. You comment on all of the videos. You pop in on all the live streams. What do you do for a living? It's awesome. It's awesome that you're here and supporting not just our channel, but the community. We love you for it.
If only we got paid to watch YouTube.
Right?
I always say, wow, if only I would stop watching the live shows all day, and then maybe I would actually make some videos. And it's a good balance.
Yeah.
I think we have it figured out.
Well, it works perfectly right now that, we're in quarantine and things are mostly shut down. But yeah, once you get back to like the normal swing of things, then you gotta balance that stuff.
Yep.
So Diary of a Family. Oh, y'all are awesome too. Look at that Southern twang popping in there.
That's where Texans.
That's right.
Yeehaw.
Texan transplants. Let's see. Oh, Our National Adventure. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Good to see you.
We just watched your new trailer.
Yes.
Pretty awesome.
Yes, they must be watching that 7-day, what's it called?
Yeah, the YouTube challenge thing.
Yes.
Through the Think Media.
Yes. Good information.
Name,
so
we'll call it that.
Yeah, if y'all haven't checked that out, it's just great information for YouTubers in general on how to grow your channel, what content to put out there, how to market yourself, and in the future, start earning a little bit of a living doing this whole YouTube thing.
I've seen a few of the people in our circle on there. I know Our National Adventure, Diary of a Family. I think they told us about it.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, it's been blowing up all over social media.
Yeah.
And Happy Place Diaries and Our Epic
RV Adventure.
What's my problem? So many words. Adventure, travel, our epic.
RV
Adventure.
Michael and Shelley.
I know their names.
We do know them.
I know their names. I don't know their channel's name.
Oy vey. Daydream About Nice Things. Hey, Gary. Good to see you. I never get notified, and it shows. I have all notifications. Aw. You got to ring that bell, my friend.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He's a Bill hater. Every time I pop in his thing every single day, and he talks about, I don't know, that Bill's here. If that's Natasha, that's fine. But that Bill, he can get out of here.
Oh, that's not true. He loves you. I think he loves razzing you.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's how they show they care, right?
That's right. It's a guy thing. Some kind of weird bro code. I don't know. I'm not part of that. Hello, Mel Nettie, living free, zip codeless.
How's it going?
Love to have you guys here. Who else? Who else? Making sure we're almost through. Oh, Beyond Beauty 3.
How's it going?
Hey, girl. Hey. How you
Look
doing?
at your thumbnail today. Let us know what you got cooking.
Yes, because she comes on right after we do the next hour. Amy McFarland, Off the Grid.
Hi there.
Empath. Good to see you. Our national adventure. Texans.
Yeehaw.
That's right. It's rubbing off on us. For sure. For sure. Scott Jacobs is retired from a career in radiology. How cool. Got a brother in healthcare. That's awesome. And he's retired. That's why you can watch all the videos.
I'm retired also.
Oh, someday. X marks the spot. Hey guys. Mark and Hope. Good to see you.
Beautiful pictures on Facebook. Out sightseeing.
Yes. Who else? Oh, our epic RV adventure. Hey.
Sorry I butchered your name. Welcome.
All right. Where by Cats for Cats? Where the kids locked in a closet somewhere? No. Kids are kids. Actually, both of them right now are behaving because they had both been in trouble. One child is grounded, so she has to do some independent work at the table. Fun times. Until Tuesday, that's right. She has been trying to redeem herself and doing extra above and beyond chores to earn
a work release program.
Yes.
Out there.
Yep.
Earning time off for sentence.
Time off for good behavior.
That's right.
Yes. And William, he was having a good day until this afternoon, kind of playing a little rough and telling people to do things he shouldn't be. Yeah. And then they followed through and somebody got hurt. So
that's not good.
No, he's having some time to think in his room right now.
See, it took me, I'm still working on finding that line of too far.
Yeah.
He's only 10, so he's still struggling with that. There's a point where it's not really funny.
Yeah.
It's too far.
Yeah. Well, and it doesn't help that he takes after this one and he's got some dry humor. Definitely toes the line of what's PC. So for him, it's fine because you're an adult, but for Will, not so much. You know, there's some things that might be appropriate in the adult sense that aren't in the child sense. And Will is learning where his boundaries are.
Yeah.
Stay in that box, little buddy. Oh no, Mr. Bill!
Mr. Bill.
Because you have to say it in that voice.
That's right.
Because that's hilarious. Daydream about nice things. I once grounded our son to his room for a month. Oh, from his room for a month. He had to sleep on the couch for a month because he didn't have a room to go to. Yeah, for Bella, she's got the loft above the bunkhouse room with all of her fun things in there. I mean, she can't. It's a loft, so you can only sit up so far. So, I mean, hanging out in there, you're pretty much laying or lounging. So overall, that may not be fun, but like all of her toys are up there, her artwork, things like that. So, I mean, that's not really a punishment. And when she's down here, then we can be like, oh, Bella, by the way, you want to do this? Oh, Bella, by the way, you should probably do that. So, yeah.
And in an RV, you got to figure out what's a punishment for them that's not really a punishment for me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're just sitting right in front of me, because we live in an RV, and that's not really, it's just punishing myself.
Right. Right. By Cats for Cats. Our parents just locked us in the closet. I suppose you two don't have one big enough.
Well, I remember the bathroom. There's a funny story.
Oh my!
We should have there we go. We'll have a brothers live sometime.
Oh man.
It's all funny.
Yeah.
To us now.
Except Brian says none of you are funny, actually. So that's the other brother. Oh, goodness gracious. So that's our welcomes. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Should we move on to mail?
Yeah, we got a bunch of mail. Actually, last week, since we kind of pre-recorded our not live.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the post office the day late.
Yep.
And we had a bunch in there, and now we got more this week. So we got a lot. We'll try to.
Yes. Our National Adventure, Harry Potter style, get in the closet. That's right. Another Harry Potter fan. I love it. So this first one comes from Sam and Laura of Rat Rod Sam and Dragon Mom 269. They're actually off of Instagram. So this is their groovy sticker. Oh, it comes with instructions on the back, so I'll try and... There we go. So this is
pretty
how...
cool.
This is how one likes to roam. And they're only on Instagram. So it's kind of cool that we're meeting folks on both sides of the social media.
That's right.
You want to look at the next one?
I do want to look at the next one. Wow. This one is from Our Vision, Nomadic Living.
Yes.
Look at that. Here's the question everyone asks. Who made that one?
Who can tell us?
I bet you know.
We know. Do you know?
That's all these come with a nice...
You can show the card too.
Nice card
And then
that they send with a nice note, and then they
have like a business card, kind of showing like where you find them on social media.
That's really cool.
That is cool. There's that one. You want to keep
Tuesday did ours, but it was during one of his shows, so those he does pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, and I think the image that he did was an image where like we all had our transitions lenses were dark. So it looked like we had sunglasses. So he omitted those. I'm like, wait, no, we really all wear glasses. This is another one from Instagram, Adventures with Tucker and, oh gosh, I can't remember her name. Janae, I want to say. So they're a younger couple that are full-time in. So that's really cool. And who else we got? Oh, Happy Place Camping just popped in. Hey, y'all. Oops. Oh, yeah. Mel Nettie was saying hello.
Hello.
And then there's Happy Place Camping. Hi,
hey,
hi.
Happy Place Camping.
Yep, Diary of a Family got it. Toonstead.
Watched Happy Place Camping's magnet fishing.
Oh, my gosh. That was so
awesome. You have to go see what they... We're not going to give away what they caught out of this body of water.
Yes, but it was... I've never seen anything like that before. I've never actually seen magnet fishing. That was interesting. But yeah, you can find some cool treasures.
Pretty awesome. Here's another one from the state right below our launching state. This is K&R Destinations.
Yes.
That's a cool one.
And actually, I think Jerry Holly had said that they're like...
knocking on our door during a live.
I think they said that they're like 20 minutes from him. Or something like that. They're in Kansas anyway. Very close to Jerry Holly.
And do what you're supposed to do.
This one, hi, is from our friends Mel Nettie, Living Free Zip Codeless, another Toonstead creation. Very cool. They were on, whose live was it? Was it Jerry Holly's live the other night? Or meant to be RVing's live, talking about the countdown to retirement. September. It's getting close, man. So excited for you. Next for you.
Next for me. This one comes to us
from a surprise.
From Get Lost.
Yes, this was another Instagrammer.
PNW Adventure.
Pacific Northwest Adventures. That one's really pretty. I like it. And this one comes from our friend, Mr. Gary and Tammy from Daydream About Nice Things. He was so excited to send us a sticker. He sent us 4. So if that was an accident, Gary will happily send you the other ones back. But it's super cute. I love that one.
Thanks, Gary.
Yes. Makes me think of days at the beach. Oh, that would be fantastic right about. And speaking of the beach, check out this next one.
Oh, my goodness. This one's coming at you from Naples, Florida.
Don't give it away. You got to show them the card. See if they can guess. There's the card.
Oh, I know.
Who is this one? Oh, one for each of us. That's smart. I bet a lot of you have gotten this one.
I know.
Just show. I'll keep it with the check. Focus. Focus, power.
Focus. There it is.
Blue Wave Odyssey.
Blue Wave Odyssey.
Oh, see, Scott Jacobs. He guessed it before you showed
Tamiami Trail.
He knows what's up.
Tamiami Trail.
Daydream said 1 for each of you. Awesome. Yeah, the kids can can add it to their computer or wherever else they want to put their stickers. That's awesome. Thanks, Gary. We're almost done. This last one is from Avenger RV Adventure. Very cool sticker.
Thank you.
Yes. And then just because last week was Nurses Week, I got this really cool card from Atlas, my travel company that I'm working for. Happy Nurses Week. But in addition to this really awesome card that just says, hey, we're thinking about you, I have this really awesome sweatshirt, like where you belong, and it's super comfortable. So that was awesome. It's good to know, it's good to get a little bit of love, during Nurses Week. So that was pretty special. Yeah. So there's our mail. Yes, our National Adventure. Very sweet of them, for sure. My other travel company, Ari's Medical, that I've used in the past, they gave me a backpack. I think the year before that has Ari's Medical that I actually use to and from work. Has all my nursing stuff in there. And they've given me little things along the way, but not a lot of places do that. So it's pretty groovy. Yes, Melnetty. Cool stickers for sure. We're still trying to figure out how we want to display them. I think we've decided we're going to get a big piece of plexiglass and kind of cut it out to the shape of our slide out. And then put them all on there and then use like the Velcro command strips and put them on the slide out and then on the back of the plexiglass. That way, when we need to put the slide in or, if, we change rigs in the future, we can take that plexiglass off and move it with us so we can always display it.
That's right. So
that's our plan. We just got to get on it because, we've got quite the collection now. Moving on. So what have we been up to this week? You want to tell everybody about your family challenge?
Yeah. So not to give too much of its personal information, but my father had recently had a little bit of health trouble. Mm-hmm. And they were starting this, and it's, like pre-diabetic and, just getting older. Mm-hmm. So they talked about how my mom and dad were going to start eating healthier and exercising and all that. And then my brothers and I were kind of looking at each other through Messenger. Not literally, but, we were like, well, we could all probably stand to get a little more active. So we're kind of, as a family, we decided that we're just going to have a weekly weigh-in, and we're going to make it a goal to be a bit more active. We're going to try to eat healthier, eat some new different things, some substitutions. Because for us, a big staple, just because it's so inexpensive, we eat a lot of chicken breast, rice, and frozen vegetables.
Which really is good and healthy. Chicken is a good protein. It's a leaner protein. Vegetables, of course, are always good. But that rice, man, those carbs does you in every time.
We're not really cutting carbs. I think we're trying to be a little more mindful, and we're just trying different things. And I think they have carbs too, but like the couscous and the quinoa. And, so just trying some different things in our diet, and we're focusing on, I wear this. This has become a watch. It's a watch. It's a Fitbit, but it's a watch. I sit down on my duff all day, and I look at it. Oh, says I should get up and move. Nah, I'm good.
That's an expensive watch. It's really a fitness tracker to track your sleep, your heart rate, your steps, your activity, all of the things.
Yeah. So now I'm trying to focus on most days getting out there and getting my 10,000 steps at least. We ordered some stuff for our bikes so we can get out and use those a little bit more.
Yeah. So all about the fitness. And this week you lost 2 pounds. Still it's working. Hey, you got to celebrate those.
Woohoo!
That's right. We had some new friends pop in. Hello there. It looks like Ace Flaw, like Ace Florida 1, but we'll just say ACE FLA 1. I wonder if that's a license plate.
What up, Ace Flaw?
It's so nice to have you here. Welcome, new friend. Thanks for joining us. And then we've got Hitch up and Toe all the way from across the pond there in England.
Don't do that. They hate that.
Sorry. It's
Well, maybe not. I used to work with a fella from Leicestershire. Leicestershire?
I don't know where he's from.
It was, yeah,
England.
everyone does. It looks like Leicestershire, but it's Leicestershire, something like Leicester. I don't know. Anyway, but he was like, oh man, I hate. Because everyone's always like, hello, Edward. And he's like, oh, I just hate when people do that.
Yeah.
So we mean no disrespect.
No. I would love to come across the pond someday and visit England and Europe. And we're so blessed to have you here.
Yeah.
So,
I always tried to explain to him, I said, before I even met you, I used to walk around, hello, governor. And this is just something I do. But then you're like, okay, I gotta not do that.
Yeah. And then it's funny to hear him talk about like words, what they mean in England.
Oh, yeah.
And then compare them to the English. Like, we would say, hey, go sit on your fanny. Oh,
Yeah.
You don't say fanny in England because it
That
means
was-
a different lower region.
That was the joke. You might have had to been there, but I think it's funny because he was a supervisor called him and he was trying to disguise his voice. And he's like, oh, my goodness, your wife has such a nice fanny. And he was like, oh my gosh, that is super inappropriate.
He saw red. He got instantly angry. But we digress. My mom's popping on LKR 150. She's lost 65 pounds since the first of the year. That's
That's
awesome.
tremendous.
Whoop,
You all
whoop.
met her last week.
Yes.
That was fun. We got a lot of good feedback about that.
Yep.
Good thing our parents are more entertaining than us. At least our mothers are. Or dad. Yeah. That would be tremendous.
Oh, the dad's one would be hard. My dad talks forever.
He'd take the whole hour. My dad would talk for 30 seconds.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to do something different for Father's Day for sure. Let's see. Oh, kids updating this week. So kids are still plugging away at school. I'm seeing all of these Facebook posts and, everybody's been finishing the virtual school because of, the social distancing, but not us. I think we looked up the kids have like 18 days, 15 to 18 days. So about 3 weeks left of school. And I mean, to be fair, we usually start after Labor Day. So not until September. So we typically go through it at least a week or two in June. We've even like toyed with the idea of having more breaks in between and just going full time because you don't want their brains to turn to mush in the summer, which they always seem to do.
Well, we usually try to have them still do stuff. And it's been,
Yeah.
like we talked about before here, like it's hard. We try to have them go to a library and they'll check out books. They're rereading their same books. Luckily, Grammy gave Will like the whole Boxcar Children collection. So they both read those quite a bit. Bella has this whole Survivors collection.
Mhm.
So yeah, we have books.
Yep.
I guess we could. I saw a book swap around here. Maybe they can get into some romance novels or whatever.
Right? Oh, goodness. So our national adventure was saying Andrew's family is legit from England.
didn't know
Parents
that.
born abroad. That is cool.
Yeah.
So she said she can go tell him to get on and correct you. LOL.
There you go.
that would make a coming to family reunions a little awkward. Hey, you young man, you go sit on your fanny.
Thanks.
Oh, let's see. Oh, yes. So the big thing that's been going on this week. I've been under the weather again. Ugh, I hate getting ill. But like Tuesday, I started feeling really run down. Wednesday, like I woke up in the middle of the night and had a fever. Of course, like if you have a fever, they're saying don't come to work, but they give you like this rubric that you have to follow when you're having certain symptoms. So I've been having a dry cough. It's intermittent, but for the last couple of weeks and like just feeling run down and this fever. So like any kind of respiratory symptoms accompanied with fever, they are automatically like, oh my gosh, you could have COVID, which I guess is a legitimate concern. I'm a nurse. I work in the hospital. I did float to the COVID unit last week or the week before, although I'm not taking care of COVID patients on the regular. But there's that risk. So in the beginning, I said, it's got to be my sinuses. It's Nevada this part of Nevada, while it's beautiful, is very, very dry. They say it's the high desert because you're in the mountains. It's so dry. And then, as we travel, we're exposed to different plants and pollens and stuff. So my allergies just go bonkers whenever we go to a new place. But in addition to the dryness, whatever is growing here, being springtime, and the fact that it's so darn windy, so it's always stirring up these allergens in the air. My sinuses have just been awful. They get stuffy, they get dried out. I use like an allergy pill. Normally I use Flonase, but you can't use the Flonase because then it dries me out, and then I've been having nosebleeds. So yeah, my sinuses have just been crazy. But because of the risk of having COVID, the hospital wanted me to go get tested for COVID. My agency wanted me to go to a doctor and get ruled out for other things. So, oh my gosh, that was an experience. So we took footage of having to go to the doctor because you can't go physically into the office. I couldn't find anybody that did telehealth that works with our insurance. That's not insurance. That's a whole other discussion. So I found this place that did a drive-through doctor's visit. So that was interesting. So we filmed that. And of course we filmed
it's content.
Then we filmed getting tested for COVID too. So we put that all up into an interesting little video. And that will come out on Tuesday. So you have to check that out, see what we all went through.
Yep.
On the positive side, I haven't had a fever since yesterday. So that's good. And I am feeling better. I'm really drained, still really wiped out, but I've been able to get up and move in. And Bill says I've got color back in my face. So that's good.
Isn't she lovely, folks?
Yeah. No makeup today. Sorry, I just wasn't feeling it, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
So John Chucker live from Waterbury, Connecticut. Welcome, sir. Thanks for being here.
Oh, there he is.
Said he appreciates the card you get.
Oh, good. Glad it made it to you.
And I saw Poshcats came in. You missed our whole story about coworker and fannies and.
We're talking about English. The English because I did a horrible impression, a horrible English accent. And then that got us talking on that whole English thing. So you got to rewind the tape when we're through and go back and catch that because it's kind of funny. But yeah, we're hoping someday we'll make it over there to England.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the guy I used to work with was like, oh, if you ever go, I know the perfect fish and chip stands and all the stuff you need to go see. And so I might have to get back in contact with them. Yeah. But now we have other English contacts.
That's right. Our national adventure was asking you, all of you, bless you guys. No, just me. I'm the only one who's had the symptoms. So it's just, I was the only one that got tested. Everybody else has been fine. I don't know. Your allergies have been bothering your eyes more than I think your nose and your sinuses. But
yeah, I got a weird eye. It's got lots of problems.
Poshcats. We always laugh at your fanny packs. The yes. Terminology or physically. Yeah, man, those were popular like when I was a kid in the 80s, I remember.
I used to ask Edward, this guy, I said, well, what do you call fanny packs? And I think he used to say that they didn't have them. Or I don't remember.
They probably, it's satchels. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Travel pack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something that's European and cool that we don't have over here in the States. Nick, they were never popular.
That's a lie.
Amen
he still
to
wears
that.
one. Nick still wears one.
No, he doesn't.
He has this little satchel.
They call it a bum bag.
That's funny. Put it on your bum.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah, I agree with Nick. They were never popular. I think I had a fanny pack in like 3rd grade, but it didn't last long.
I had one when I worked at First Data. We did credit card production. I worked there for a while. And yeah, if you wanted to bring things onto the production floor, you had to have a clear fanny pack.
A bum bag. Hitch up and toe agrees as well.
A clear bum bag.
Yes.
So, yeah. So I had
goodness. Oh, so let's see. We're digressing. It's half an hour in. So our latest videos, if you haven't seen this week, we finished up our trip to Reno. So Reno part 2.
Up to the fridge.
Yes. We got a lot of stuff in that video.
Yeah, it was I always feel like I don't know how I feel about having longer videos. I try to keep them under at least 15 minutes. And this one was
almost
25.
Yeah.
But yeah, it covers a whole. We went to check it out. We went to Tombstone.
Yep.
And we were like the only ones there.
Yep.
That was a unique experience. We're probably going to do more of a Tombstone video maybe Thursday.
Yeah.
But then just places along the way.
Yep.
We drove down the Strip in Vegas during all this, which should be interesting to see also. Check that out.
And Diary of a Family did too on, I think it was the RV Media Creators YouTube site.
Yes.
So you got to see Garrett's content driving down the
Drop
strip
them links,
well.
Garrett.
Oh, yeah. Throw it in there, fella. But yeah, that was pretty groovy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we found a really groovy clown motel in the middle of Nevada.
Yes.
Which is interesting and creepy all at the same time.
Yeah.
And then, rolling into Nevada. Like, when you think of Nevada, like, I think of Las Vegas, and it's like deserty and dry and stuff, but the landscape here in Reno is vastly different. So you have to see at the end, the landscape, how it changes here in Reno, because it really, really is beautiful.
It's part of the story.
Yes.
We always try to tell the story when we're making a video like that. Try to make it interesting. I know that our family adventures aren't always the popular YouTube hits, but we always try to make them somewhat mildly entertaining, I like to say.
That's right.
Mildly entertaining.
And of course, on our part 1, Road to Reno, we ended at White Sands. So we put together a White Sands compilation. So we have a White Sands video out there too. So that's just more fun stuff. But that one's short. It's less than 5 minutes long. So yay. So check that one out as well. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but I'm seeing some funny remarks. Posh Cats.
Why am I looking over there?
Talking about asked a young girl in Disneyland for one of her chocolate buns. She said, "Do you mean a cupcake?" Yeah. I could see how that terminology might get a little muddled. And then by cats for cats. Better than saying chocolate salty balls, I guess. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. What is that? It's an SNL skit, isn't it? My sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls.
Yeah,
yes.
It's a Christmas thing. Yeah. Again, we digress. So anyway, it's 2:30. We're half an hour in. We haven't even talked to you about what we came to talk about today. So
what is that?
We wanted to talk about the why. Why RVing? Most of you here are into the RV scene. So you all have your own particular why. We have our particular why. And I think sometimes we may not have really explained to our friends and family why we chose the RV lifestyle. So we wanted to talk to you about that today. And we want to hear your whys. Why did you decide to jump into RVing? And whether you're like a full-time RVer, a part-time RVer, a weekender, or a dreamer, why do you think the RV lifestyle is right for you?
Yeah. So pop that in the chat.
Yes.
Love to read some of your comments.
Oh, James Cantonese just popped in.
Hey, James.
Listening and driving to Michigan. Just gas up and be safe.
What are you going to do in Michigan?
Oh, yeah. Well, drive safe, my friend. Thanks for listening. But for us, bullet point number 1, why we decided to jump into the RV lifestyle. I think the biggest thing was kind of finding a home base. I grew up in Iowa. He grew up in Nebraska, obviously.
Yeah.
We love the Midwest. Love
the people.
Yes, for sure. Love the people.
Omaha's it's a neat city. There's things to do. We got a zoo.
It's great for a family.
Steaks.
Yeah.
College World Series. They have a AAA baseball team.
The #1 zoo in the country.
They have a decent music scene, music venues, and museums, and
it's a great place for a family, but the winters are cold, snowy, And then the summers are hot and muggy. Yes, it gets muggy in the Midwest. I think that's something that people don't realize is like the humidity really gets up there.
We don't dare to compare. We always say, "Oh, we know humidity," and yes, it does get humid. You shower, you step outside, you feel like, why did I just shower? Because you're just dripping the second you go outdoors. And yes, we found a whole new level of humidity when we went to close to coastal North Carolina.
Yep.
That was a whole different level of humidity. But yeah, it's so
Nick Thomas so people are answering our question, why RV? Nick says it's not for me at all. And that's okay. It's not for everyone. Absolutely. And if it were for everyone, nobody would have a place to park because there's certainly not enough RV parks or BLM lands or, state campgrounds. There just wouldn't be room.
Yep.
So, and it's okay. Like, I don't even think you could fit all of your tools in an RV, Nick.
No.
So, yeah, I couldn't see you getting on the road.
Nick needs his toys.
Yeah.
You could have one for a weekender,
Mm-hmm.
pop up.
Mm-hmm. Posh Cats, we are hardly any time RVer right now. Oh, I know. It's tough times, but hang in there, folks. Hang in there. Can get back on the road soon. Hitch up and tow. They jumped into a caravan. Well, hi, there you go. You just jump in, dive feet first, and see where the road takes you. That's awesome.
Could be wrong, but is that more popular in England, like caravanning with a group?
I've heard them talk about it a lot, actual caravanning. So perhaps it is. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful response, Scott Jacobs. It's the best way to see God's canvas. Amen. I mean, I think we're fortunate in America because America is huge. The landscape is vastly different, from one state to the next. And I think that's where we have an advantage as opposed to our friends in England who have a much, much smaller area to explore. But on the other hand, then they have all of Europe that they can go see as well. So Europe has a changing landscape. But America, we have deserts, we have forests, we have the plains, we have mountains, we have beaches, we have everything. And I think for me, even as a kid, like we've mentioned this before, you can only go like where you can drive, like what radius from where you live can you get to? That's all you're vacationing to. That's all you're doing. And so that really limits you to places that you can go. So as a kid, we only really explored the Midwest. And, just hearing about where different people are from and what they experience, like I didn't see the mountains as a kid. I didn't see the beach as a kid. Like, I want to go. I want to see what that's like. Mm-hmm. So, this definitely affords you that opportunity to get out and explore. Absolutely. Miss Box Van D, she had no choice, but she's come to love it. So there you go. Good. Maybe one of God's blessings in disguise. Let's see.
You don't enjoy the company of your families, my brother Brian throws it in there.
Yeah, that's
the old Catholic guilt.
That's just because he loves you and he misses
you. But it's sort of true.
Yeah.
I think family and doses. Doses is good.
Yes.
I always not really.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think if you spend all your time with people, I always 72 hours is usually that point where you're like, okay, that's good to see you.
Right.
Well, I'd talk to you on the phone from a distance.
You don't want too much of a good thing.
Well, everybody's used to your own space, and you're in somebody else's space, and it's just
ACE FLA says, do enjoy time with family. That's good. That's good. X marks the spot. Wanted to see the country and meet each other when we were both travel nurses. It only makes sense to get back into the game. Amen. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Go back to what started it all, right? What lit the fire. Thrifty Angela, hey, thanks for joining us. I think it's your first time here. We're so excited that you came.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. I'll keep scrolling. You can maybe move on to the next point. Europe also has changing languages, which can be a challenge. Oh, for sure. For sure. Mostly you get some languages here in America, but most of it is English or Spanish. But of course, every now and again, you might get Yeah, some Chinese or some Vietnamese or, some smaller subcultures, but those you're going to find probably in the bigger cities where more groups of those people are. So definitely in Europe, you're going to see that more often. So that could be, a blessing and a curse if you don't speak that language. Let's see. Yeah, I think we caught up. Everybody's just saying hi to Thrifty Angela.
So our next point was, I'm just in my mind, I'm sitting here watching Will stare at us. So in my mind, I'm thinking, hey, Will, go find something to do that's productive. That'd be fantastic. But our next point is we need to find ways we want to spend time with our kids while we can. That's why it was funny in my mind. I'm thinking, what is he doing?
He's thinking, go
he
away.
Needs to go do something. Just sitting there. I know he's thinking, can I play Xbox? Can I play? No, we're using the internet right now.
Hey, Blue Wave. Thanks for popping in and joining us. We're talking about why. Why do you RV? Why the RV lifestyle? Whether you're full-time, part-time, weekender, whatever. So tell us why you chose the RV lifestyle.
Yeah. So with this whole travel nurse thing started, we're like, but wouldn't it be? It all starts with, yeah, we could do that, but maybe someday, you know. We're like, and then I think like everybody else, you start watching YouTube and you're like, okay, there's other people that do it.
Yeah.
Maybe
we're not crazy.
Yeah. So now, we do have the option. It's not an option. Now we're able to spend more time with our kids. We're able to, and it's weird to talk about this in this time now, but we're able to go on field trips that maybe coincide with what we're talking about. We're discussing ancient Egypt, and then we go to a museum and see the mummies or the
sarcophagi,
copy of the Rosetta Stone, or as we're talking about ancient Greece and all that.
Yeah, and giving them the opportunity to not just hear about the world, but see the world, experience the world. Kitty Hawk, going to Kitty Hawk in North Carolina and seeing where the Wright brothers flew for the first time, and like physically walking from point A to point B. That was their first flight. Little things like that. Like you can read about it in a book and understand it, but you have an appreciation for it when you can be there and you can experience it. And then I think it helps them retain that information a little bit better too. And then, we get to homeschool, which a lot of people are doing right now out of necessity and didn't get a choice. But for me, the kids are gone 7-8 hours a day in public school. And then you come home and you have your nighttime routine. They do homework, you make dinner, you get ready for bed, maybe have a half an hour to hang out and do something together as a family. And then everyone goes to bed and you start your day again. Like that's not good quality time. And to be able to show them the world, educate them, throw in things that we feel are important. I think it's important to learn a second language. So we educate them on how to learn Spanish. That's something that I didn't get until I was in high school, when it's too hard for your brain to pick that up as easily as it would be have you had a younger brain that's still developing. We get to incorporate the Bible and Christian teaching into our teaching every day. Again, that's something that I didn't grow up with because I didn't go to private schools. I went to a public school, just things like that. We get to instill the values that we want our children to have in a deeper level, having them close to us. And then I think I've just said before, like Bella was 10 when we started this journey, but when we were talking about it, she was 9. And I just had an epiphany one day, like she's 9. She is halfway to leaving me. And I wasn't ready. I'm not ready. A halfway point, like it's almost over. You know what I mean? And just to be able to have them with me all the time, the good and the bad. I mean, let's face it, kids are not perfect. Heck, we're not perfect. And they're going to push your buttons and rub you the wrong way. But to have that good quality family time and build those relationships while we can, that meant a lot to me.
Mhm.
And that was definitely a motivator in becoming an RVer for sure. So let's zip through some more comments because I know people are chiming in. Blue Wave is saying, hey. Everyone's saying, hey, the Blue Wave. He and Debbie joined because they love traveling and seeing new places. There you go. It's that simple.
I was thinking about that too. Like there's places that we've seen, like she was saying, when you vacation from your home, you're not going to really venture to places. And if you can only afford to fly or drive somewhere, there's places that we've seen that, like, I would never think we need to go there. Like to me, it's like New Mexico, like White Sands. There was things that we didn't even know about it. That if you have the time and money to go somewhere, you're not going to pick. You're probably not going to pick White Sands National Park. Yeah. That's really cool. You might go to Mount Rushmore. You might go to DC,
the Outer Banks,
New
North
York,
Carolina,
or something. But you're not going to pick some of these places that we've seen along the way that.
Heck, we didn't even know about until we were in this lifestyle.
Yep.
Yeah, it's broadening our horizons for sure. My brother Nick is chiming in. You mean 8 hours of peace and happiness? Yes, that is true about school. That's what I'm talking. You know, you got to take the good with the bad. And yes, they may push our buttons.
Is it really that peaceful while you're at work, though? I mean, she goes, I'm retired. So, you know, I mean, I kick them outside. And, you know.
Thanks, Mel Nettie, 25 in here. Yes, we would appreciate a little thumbs up if y'all don't mind. Thrifty Angela says she's really enjoying homeschool right now. More time with my kids is wonderful. Yeah, I mean, again, it's hard. It's a challenge. It's not for everyone. But I think that right now it's kind of a blessing in disguise for some folks. You get to try homeschooling and see if it's right for you. And maybe you'll continue it, you know, when the next school year rolls around. Yeah, you never know. Who else? Homeschool is so much better than public schools, says Miss Box Van D. You know, I'd have to agree. I think I've said before, you know, kids were bringing home just bad ideas in their head. Granted, they can still pick that up from their peers, or they can give it to their peers in the case of Will, who is being punished. But and not just bad habits, but self-esteem issues. Like Bella was coming home and making comments about her weight at 10 years old, like, you know, and just not being comfortable in her own skin. And that's not okay. And now that we can take them out of that environment, we can, you know, she can foster those feelings and bring up, you know, your idea of self-love. And you don't have to worry about, you know, kids putting crazy thoughts in their head.
About the same age. She's being made fun of because she's wearing Skechers, which to me are a name brand shoe. They're like, I want to buy LeBron's. I'm like, what?
She didn't even know who that was. This was before basketball.
Yeah. Just weird.
Brian says it's up for debate. That's true. Again, it's not for everyone. If, you know, variety is the spice of life. Our epic RV adventure, they homeschooled both of their kids. They were able to graduate high school along with getting an associate's degree. That's impressive. And both got diplomas on the same day. That's awesome. Adversity builds character and fortitude. True. But in this RV lifestyle, they come across adversity and every day. They're seeing new places, new cultures, new people, seeing how others live. And then you're submersed in that adversity.
See, there you go. Not everyone, even our own siblings, understand our lifestyle.
Yep.
And that is okay.
That's true. So our final bullet point on why we chose the RV lifestyle was simply travel. You know, I feel like we could take like 2 small little weekend getaways and 1 big vacation every year when we were in our sticks and bricks. But you're plugging away, you're 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, you know, for 11 months, you know, out of the year to get to those, you know, that 1 week vacation, those 2 weekend vacations. And then the rest of the time you're just, you're in your routine, you're in your cycle, you're not going anywhere, you're not doing anything. And that's again, for some people, that's fine. But, you know, if you're saving up for these things, like you got to work hard to get there. Now that we travel for work. I'm working all the time. We take usually maybe a week off in between travel assignments. But everywhere we go is like a vacation because it's a new place. It's a new place to explore and see and experience. So now we don't have to save up for vacations. We can save up for when the RV breaks down.
Yeah. I just have it in my head, just curious to throw it out to you guys, get some more interaction. Also, when you're with your family, or maybe when you were growing up as a kid, like what was the farthest in miles that you took a vacation?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe it's just us. Maybe we didn't have the dough, or the parents were just like, I mean, we were in Omaha, Nebraska. So we went on vacation. We'd go to Des Moines, Iowa. That's a couple hours away. We'd go to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 3 hours away. We've been to Colorado as a family. And that's probably the farthest, maybe 6 to 8 hours from Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, you're driving. Like if we didn't have the means, or
it's expensive.
You have more priorities to your funds. Yeah. Like for everyone to fly to Disney World, and the tickets and hotels and all that adds up. We talk about our honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
The cruise was probably the cheapest part.
Yeah.
Flying there was probably the most expensive.
Mm-hmm.
We flew to Miami to board a cruise. So,
yeah. Well,
it's just tough.
Like Disney World, that is a family vacation dream for nearly every family in America. My family, unfortunately, growing up, was not able to make that dream come true. Mm-hmm. And even when our kids were little, we weren't able to do that. But because we were able to travel with our RV, take an assignment in Orlando, we were able to afford Disney. And we went all the time. We went like 16 times.
I think that's why it's such an amazing, surreal experience. My brother Eric, the By Cats, For Cats in there, he did go to Disney a lot. And I think throw on that to talk about him. But we were talking about, we were both talking about like watching the fireworks show and how you kind of get emotional, like, wow, we're here at Disney. It's amazing. And my brother Eric goes every year, and he was saying that he has some of those same feelings too. And I think maybe some of that is just, it's such like a dream. Like there's no way.
It's like unachievable.
We can't afford it. Right.
Yeah.
Like when I talk about going to New York City to watch the Mets play in their home field, like to me, that's a pipe dream.
But we made it happen because of this RV lifestyle.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So the travel it's been a blessing. And I mean, when we priced out going on a vacation, we talked about, where were we? We were in Texas, and we said, oh, well, let's go back to Orlando because we still have our Disney passes. So we priced out flying for a family of 4, getting a hotel for a family of 4, getting a rental car or Uber, and then you're there, and then you have to pay for food. Like that was to go for 5 days. That was more than our annual pass for Disney. And that's just going one time. You know what I mean? So it's just like if it's a dream of yours, it's worth it. Absolutely. Saving up, doing that, making it a priority, that's worth it. But we don't have to strain ourselves. We don't have to work really, really hard, do more overtime, save nickels and dimes to make it happen because we're living this lifestyle. It makes it happen. By Cats for Cats, so that's Bill's brother Eric, saying, honestly, thought you two were nuts packing yourselves into a trailer. But now that you've done it for a while, I think it's pretty cool. These videos are educational.
That's right.
There you go.
Going back, answering our question, your brother Nick said you guys went to Angola, Indiana, which is about 14 hours away.
Yeah. My brothers did. They helped my uncle move out there. The boys did. I didn't get to go.
Poor Natasha didn't get to go to the pool.
No, I think the furthest we went was probably Shakopee, Minnesota, outside of Minneapolis, to go to Mall of America, and Valley Fair amusement park. I think that was the furthest we'd gone as a family.
Doreen Brannon.
Mhm.
They went from the Philly suburbs to San Francisco. See, that's quite an adventure.
Yeah.
It's a huge adventure.
Yes.
Let's see. When Happy Place Camping, when they had kids at home, their longest was from mid-Missouri to Gettysburg in D.C.
Wow.
See, I can see that from, I guess it's...
That's probably a 14-hour drive.
Yeah.
Or 2. But yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever's drivable, that's where you go.
That's right.
And, I think there's a difference in RV, like what we do when we travel in an RV, because we are in a place for 3 months at a time. So when you're in vacation mode, you're go, 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 see, do. And it's tiring. It's exhausting because you want to get everything in. You want to see it all. But when you're RVing and you're traveling like we do, now there's some RVers who do pack in a pretty strenuous schedule. Our National Adventure, for instance, they traveled a lot, like every week or more. So you're constantly going. And I'm sure they found, you find your own rhythm, you have your routines and stuff amidst all of that. But for us, when we travel to a spot, we're in that location for 3 months at a time. Yeah. So we can experience that area, the culture, the food, the people, and see all of the sights and really take it in and not feel rushed.
Yeah, that's what I think makes our experience a little more unique, or makes our channel a little more unique than the travel channels, is that we can actually get out there and explore these areas, which is kind of the hard part for us, is having time to explore on the way to our next adventure. Like, we've moved from Connecticut to Texas, Minnesota to Louisiana, and it's just hard because we can't really take time off, which, to be honest, and part of this whole YouTube challenge is like, being honest and why are you doing this? And really, the goal was to someday that you're monetized, and you're not making money, but you're hopefully making a little bit of something. And for us, that would go to trying to have a little bit more time between contracts. Maybe instead of trying to rush somewhere in a week, you have 2 weeks. You can stop somewhere and you can afford to not get a paycheck for a week, to just have a little bit. So we, at first, we were pushed against it, that we didn't want to do the whole PayPal tip bucket if that's what you want to do. But we decided, we'll try it. We're not expecting anything, but we just thought we'd create a Nursing Our Travel Bug PayPal, and because some people do sometimes ask you, is there a way to support your channel? And like, if you're not monetized, you're not getting super chats and all that stuff. But that's fine. So we decided to join that group, and we decided to get the PayPal. So yeah, if you ever feel like you want to support us, reach out to us.
There you go.
We'd be humbled.
It's in the banner. I feel weird clicking on it.
Yeah, and it still feels, but yeah, like people say, just do it. You never know.
That's true.
Who's out there wishing they knew how to support you?
Yeah.
So,
Amy McFarland says there's pros and cons on both options, but in today's school system, there's much more to navigate than what any child needs to. I agree. Talking about the homeschooling thing. Doreen Brennan, Privies and Prims. Nice to see you. I think they're new into our program today. So thanks for joining us. Saying she flew up flying for free. Dad worked for TWA at the Philly airport. Hey, man, that would be amazing.
Yes.
Free flight to wherever you need to go. That's fantastic.
That's where I was in the chat. Our Epic RV Adventure. They've been Disney annual pass holders for years.
Yep.
One of their places to visit.
Yeah. But you guys domicile in Florida, though, too, right? Like, that's where your home base is?
Well, they're in Virginia? South Carolina?
No, they're in Fayetteville,
North
Carolina.
Maybe
that's their... Well, so that's not too far from Disney.
Southern states.
Right. They're down there in the south. Down
there in Bojangles country.
Ooh, yeah, that's some good chicken. Buy cats for cats. Disney World rocks. As a kid, I don't think I would have appreciated it as much. That's true.
No.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
Yeah. We're catching up on the chat. I think what y'all have done is awesome. Oh, you guys are so sweet.
Yes.
You are so sweet.
Thrifty Angels has 7 brothers and sisters. They definitely didn't have the money to fly, but the parents wanted to bring us to Disney. So one year we drove from Massachusetts to Florida.
Wow, that'd be a heck of a drive. That's Thrifty Angela, honey. Thrifty Angela.
What did I say?
He's been butchering names all day, so sorry. You said Thrifty Angel, which that's cute
Just
too, but
call
that's not her
me
name.
Angel of the morning.
Love some Bojangles, Diary of a Family. They know what we're talking about. Our epic RV adventure. They are domiciled in Florida. See, I told you.
That's right.
But they were pass holders long before that. Oh, Natasha, got your sweatshirt. Carolyn, yes, I do.
She
It's where you
did.
belong.
Got anything else to talk about? Beyond Beauty 3 is coming up next.
Build a
They got
butcher.
the link in the chat. Go over there.
Yes.
Tell them it's an NOTB
Yes.
raid. Tell them we sent you. We'd appreciate that.
Thanks, Mel Nettie. You guys are rock stars. Yeah. So we're not only here on YouTube, but you can follow our adventures on Facebook and Instagram.
And now on Twitter.
Yes. So the Facebook and Instagram, we show a lot of our pictures of, things that we're doing, sites that we're seeing. And the Twitter, we're still figuring it out. I'm going to leave that.
We don't know what
that's
we're doing.
Bill's
But
domain.
like this guy says in this whole challenge thing is, I don't have any Twitter followers. Nobody will get anything. Well, you're not going to get any if you don't have a Twitter. So
That's true.
get to it.
Yep. And then, like we've talked about, we've got the nurse caring for COVID patients getting tested for COVID video coming out
The
Tuesday
drama.
morning.
The drama.
Check
Show
that
them
out.
the dramatic thumbnail.
Oh, yes, the thumbnail I had forgotten.
The JAMA. It's just clickbait. What do you guys think?
Well, it kind of is, but it's also true. Like, that's really me. And
We really
that was really my experience.
didn't know. We know now.
Yes.
Do we want to?
No.
Oh.
TikTok. No, we're not on TikTok. But I've heard that that's kind of blowing up. So we might
Well,
have to check that out.
I joined. I think I clicked our National Adventures link to join.
What's your Twitter handle? What did you say it was? Nursing OTB?
At Nursing OTB, because you had to pick something, and Nursing Our Travel Bug was too long. NOTB was taken. The New Kids on the Block, probably.
Yeah.
Jerks.
Yep.
Get your own.
Oh, we had a couple pop in at last minute. Destination to Rio. Hey, guys.
Hello.
And it's about time now. Good to see you. So we talked about today your why. Why the RV lifestyle, whether you're full-time, part-time, or a weekender.
That's
So make sure you go back for the replay. I had everybody responded on what their why was, in addition to us talking about our why. So you have to check that out for sure. Do you have a photo of a swab in the nose? Use that now.
We have a video.
Yeah.
We could take a screen grab, I guess. But
Yeah, it wasn't as good. But good advice. Good advice. Teasing, that might be a bit much. Yeah. Oh, wasn't it Jerry at Happy Place Camping? Oh, yeah. He was plucking nose hairs. And like even
diaries.
Happy Place Diaries. I do that all the time. But yeah, it like, that was too much for me.
There we go. I got
But
that
yes.
notification. Beyond Beauty's
3.
doing 500 subscriber giveaway.
Whoop, whoop,
A rock, paper, scissors challenge. That'd be kind of cool. Do you go and you join and you...
You got to go over there and find out. So thanks for sticking with us, guys, on another fun-filled week. I will be working again next Sunday, so it'll be this guy riding solo. We'll come up with something for you again.
That's right.
Thanks for sticking with us. It's been Natasha
And I'm Bill.
with Nursing Our Travel Bug, encouraging you to get out there and nurse what makes you happy. Take care.
Adios. Sayonara. Hasta la vista.